Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Lynn here from Kaboutjie. Judy might be here today. She might not be here. She's busy at a Superbook. I think it's a Superbook event at the waterfront. So she might pop in and just say hi soon from the event. So this week has been really tough on me, and I'll discuss that a bit later. I have had some serious problems with my back, so I'll get into that soon. But the first thing, let me just see. Good morning, Nicole. Hi, Karen. Hi, Taryn. Nice to see you all this Friday morning. Okay, so first things first, don't forget that we are doing live giveaways. So join in the discussion in the comment section, and I will pick some winners a little bit later. So the first thing I want to talk about is, okay, so we've got the fourth wave is definitely hitting our way. I don't know if you guys have been watching the numbers, but I think it went from 2,000 roughly a day, and then the next day it was 4,000, the next day it was 8,000. Yesterday it's, I think, close on 12,000. So yeah, I think we all need to kind of buckle up and get ready for what's coming. Oh, we've got Lynn. Hi, Lynn. I'm also Lynn. We've got Seho Fatso. Hi. Lebo Gang. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You can get me in the comments to give me a bit of training. Chantal. Hi, good morning. Okay, now they're all coming in so fast. Candace, Vidhan, Tabising, Jill. Hi, guys. Bernice, nice to see you all. Okay, so Sanlam has sent me this beautiful box, and inside, there's Judy.
I'm feeling. Hello.
We got to get you on quickly because I know you've only got a minute or two.
We're just saying hi. We're sitting in Starbucks currently. Say hello. Hi. So we just wanted to pop on because we missed you all. So we just wanted to say
last week, and everybody missed you. They were all asking about you.
Oh no, I missed you guys so much. But I'm not going to be able to do a live from here. I don't have my earphones with me, and the noise behind us is insane. But I just wanted to tell you all that we're saying hi.
Cool. And we're going to the Superbook event at the waterfront.
Yeah, so Superbook have their Christmas event today at 11, and again tomorrow at 11 at the amphitheater. So they've got a live show, and their Gizmo robot's going to be on, which is why Hamish is wearing a Superbook shirt.
Oh, stunning!
Look where we are. Oh, Starbucks.
Nice. Awesome.
So
yummy.
I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna try and catch in with you guys later. But if not, happy Friday, everybody. Thanks, Lynn.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye. Okay, now we can.
Cool. So Judy is at the event soon, and I'm sure she's going to have a fantastic morning. Cool. So yeah, my box from Sanlam. They delivered this recently, and it came with a pretty letter. Hello, Lynn. And it's basically challenging me to share how the pandemic has changed, what I've learned during the pandemic. And if I could write a letter to my pre-COVID self with lessons from the last 18 months, what would I say? And it took me a little bit of time to think about this. And I think there's so much stuff that comes into it for me, and I'm sure for everybody else. It also came with a little envelope addressed to me and some paper and a pretty Sanlam pen. I love pens. So I'm sure my daughter's going to steal it from my desk later now that I've taken it out the box. And I think, the things that I've learned is, firstly, that I can get by on a lot less than I thought I could before the pandemic. I think with a lot of people, our income has been reduced, not necessarily reduced, but the increase in prices, the increase in electricity, petrol, groceries, everything has shot up through the roof, and I've had to cut out a lot of expenses. So, what I thought I could live on before the pandemic and what I've realized I can live on now is, it's very different. So, and also we've had to get a lot more creative. There's been times when how do I put it? Sometimes I got to look in my cupboard and think, okay, let's do a Google search on what can I make with these 5 ingredients, because that's what I have on hand, and I don't have money to go shopping yet. So that's been quite interesting, and you can actually make it fun. I've included my daughter in it to try and come up with some cool recipe ideas. The other thing that I've learned is, I know that self-care is important, and I've always tried to put a big focus on self-care, but in the last 2 years, 18 months to 2 years, it's been a really, really big focus for me. And what's really been cool is lately I've been getting a lot of self-care products, drops from companies, which has been fantastic. So one of the things I received was a box of Happy Events body butter, and I received a pack of 6 of these. It's really nice. It's fragrance-free. I love body butter because it's so nice and thick and luxurious. So I've been putting this on me after my bath for the last couple of weeks. And you can win. Let me just put that up quickly. You can win a Happy Event body butter hamper. So I'll announce the winner for that soon. So you can win 6 of these. That's the hamper. So if you want to share anything in the comments on, what have you learned during this pandemic? What would you say to yourself 18 months ago about the pandemic? And you can use the hashtag Dear2019Me in the comments. So the other thing I've learned is, what's really important. I think before the pandemic, I can speak for myself. I was very focused on self, and I've learned the importance of family. I've learned the importance of community, mom friends, and helping each other out. And yes, it's always been important, but I think things have really changed. For example, there was one stage, I think 3 of my neighbors had COVID. They couldn't leave the house. I was doing shopping for them. And then a couple of weeks later, we didn't have COVID, but we were isolating because we came in close contact with somebody that had COVID, and I didn't want to go out. So I phoned my neighbor that I was helping previously, and he went to the pharmacy to go get my monthly meds, stuff like that. Oh, we got somebody here. We've got Jordan. Jordan, if you've clicked on the link to join in the live video to actually come up, Jordan Peter. So if you want to come up and chat live with me, you need to connect your camera and your audio and click on join, and then you can come up on the video with me. If anybody wants to come up on the video as well, let me just get the link here. Last week there was a bit of a problem putting in the comments, I believe. So let me just have a look and see if I can get that in. Ooh, lots of comments coming. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got a lot of feedback on Bongeka says by the time she goes back to work, a litre will be 25 Rand. It's absolutely insane. My husband works in Veldrift, so he's quite a long drive. I think it takes him about 40 minutes to get there. I don't know the kilometers. But he's freaking out because the petrol has just been going up and up, and it's a long trip for him every day. Jill, she feels me on that 5 ingredients. Yeah, it's not like, what shall I make for supper tonight? And you Google for a nice recipe. You put your 5 ingredients into Google and what can I make? Yeah, totally. Chantal saying, don't panic and stay focused on God's word. Always think positive. And if you feel depressed, take a walk outside and free that negativity. I totally agree with you. Positivity is key here. And I know it's scary, and we're probably going to have another lockdown, and it's probably going to affect our festivities this year. But we do need to stay positive and take a walk outside. That is absolutely stunning advice. I totally agree with you. Michelle, it smells amazing. The Happy Event, I'm assuming you're talking about. This one is actually fragrance free, and it's interesting because I love the Happy Event scents, but this one is fragrance free. And I was, when I first saw that, I thought, I'm not so sure it'll be very nice, but it's actually fantastic. Because the first thing I do when I get a product is I open it up and I give it a good sniff. So, yeah, Lebo Gang likes their hand cream. You must try the firming cream. It's got pepper slim in it, and it smells amazing. Let's see what else we got. Joel says she also loves body butter. I mean, I like all creams, but I just like the thickness and consistency of the body butter. Stretch marks after birth. Yeah, I must say I've got loads of stretch marks as well still. Let's just see. Actual strength 2019. Yeah, I totally agree with you. We've learned how strong we really are. Michelle, I'm so sorry. That's devastating. I know quite a few people that have lost people close to them during this pandemic. And Chantal is saying, keep a positive mindset. Nicole's learned that family is important and how short life can be. And there's a lot of challenges, but as a community, we need to help each other and stand together. I totally agree with you. And that's what I said, like the importance of community and mom support. Wow. I've seen how a lot of the moms are sticking together and helping each other through this. And I think the other thing that I've learned is that family time is so important. And we've had to get really creative at home, like I'm sure everybody else has, to get through not just the pandemic, but, being stuck at home, locked up in the house, and then with the electricity going off and all the kids are like, there's no internet, we're not going to survive, and then what are we going to do? Roxanne, she's learned not to spend unnecessarily, and family is important and life is short. And check on your friends and family members, 100%. Candace has learned to be grateful and the gift of life and family. Yeah, I think today things are looking a bit bleak for us with the fourth wave. I just want to go in here and say, Jordan, I think you should click out of this screen and go onto the live stream on Facebook, because your comments that are coming through over here are in a private chat with me. It's not on the Facebook page. Cool. Yeah, with this pandemic, you and your family have gotten closer. But I think one thing that's very sad that I've noticed is that there's been a lot of divorces and a lot of breakups. And I've spoken to a lot of mom friends and seen that being stuck at home with your husband's not necessarily always a great thing when you're in each other's space so much of the time. My husband works in the food industry, so he has had no time off. So we've still had our space. Nova, she can't go out with her daughters these days because she gets anxiety. And I think that's something that a lot of people are struggling with. And now enjoy the small things in life. Stop and smell the flowers, see a smile, feel the air, hear the birds in the wind, listen to each other, really listen with your heart. I think that's beautiful. And that's definitely something that's also stood out for me. I've noticed nature more and really been at one with nature. Nichelle, do we win too if we come up live? Well, if you come up live on the video, I'll have to choose one of you as a winner. Yeah, you're welcome to come on. Great. Yeah, Marisa, 2019 pandemic. She's learned that it will get better, just to take one day at a time. And I think that's great advice. And being a recovering alcoholic and addict, we are taught very much how to take it one day at a time, which has been very helpful. Awesome. And Kayla, she was so lost in a world where she hadn't bothered about anyone around her. And after COVID came along, she bonded with her family, played games, learned so much, and really enjoyed the company of her loved ones. And you also found out you were pregnant and grew bigger and bigger with the pandemic. Yeah, I think that, it really puts things into perspective for all of us. So my laugh is infectious. I'm glad you think so. Thank you. Awesome. So I'm going to, Genome. She's met some amazing moms on Instagram. Yeah, same. I'm actually trying to be active on Instagram, but it's been quite tough. getting on there and managing everything. So I actually need to do a couple of posts on Instagram. And Noms has learned that saving is more important with this pandemic. And she's learned that family is important. Yeah, I think it's made me realize I probably should have had a bit of a nest egg. Marisa, we are fighters and warriors. Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think as moms, a lot of us have felt the pandemic a lot more strongly than non-moms. You know, we've had to deal with our house, our home, our schooling, the kids' schooling, work, everything, and it's been way too much. And the other thing I've learned, which is quite nice, is that I don't have to do everything myself. And if I don't do everything myself, somebody else will step up. And this has been very true with my husband because, I mean, he's done the dishes on the odd occasion in the decade that we've been married, but it's not been a very consistent thing. And it's been more where I have to beg him or lose my shit and you know, before he does the dishes. But when the pandemic hit, I couldn't get to everything. And I remember speaking to my mom, and I think she said to me, I was talking about how to cope, and I think her best advice to me was to lower your standards and don't try and do everything. And it's quite funny that often the house, but I mean, my house often looks like a bomb's hit it, but it was looking more and more like that more often. And I remember my husband came home one day and his eyes just went like this. You know, the kids had been home all day. I'd been trying to school them. I'd been trying to work and cook. And it was just like, it was one of those days. And he just looked at the house and I said, I can't do anything about it. This is just how things are. This is our reality. And he picked up a broom and he swept and then he did the dishes. And I was like, and he doesn't do it every day, but he very often comes home and starts tidying up and helping around the house, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, if you don't do everything, maybe somebody else will step in and help you. So yeah. Okay. There are so many comments coming. Thank you, ladies. That's amazing. Janome, you've started gardening during the start of the lockdown and you're still hooked. I love my little garden. I've got a little pot garden outside and I'm not a very good gardener and I kill a lot of my plants and then I have to replace them, but I do enjoy nursing my garden. So yeah, it's fantastic. And I think that's another thing is that I got so kind of tunnel vision into work, kids, everything. And then we're at home so much and I picked up a lot of my hobbies as well. So I've been doing crocheting, which I haven't done in years. Not a huge amount, but a couple of little projects, which has been, you know, really cool. And we've got Marisa saying, don't forget to say, I love you to yourself. I think that really is important. Marisa, I'm going to choose you as the winner of the Happy Event Body Butter Hamper. If you can just pop me an inbox on my Kaboutjie Facebook page, and then I will get into contact with you. Let's see how I take this off. And then I'm going to take this off. Yeah, so feel free to keep sharing with the hashtag Dear2019Me and share the things that you've learned and what you'd like to say to yourself pre-pandemic. Cool. Let's see. So I can tick off pandemic, Sanlam, fourth wave, happy event, fantastic. Let's see. Ooh, something that I received, and I showed this box in the live video last week. Wimpy Kid's bath bombs. Oh my word, this stuff is fun. So if you were watching my Instagram stories, you'll see that I used this. The little rainbow bath bomb. It's really cool. I enjoyed it. My kids were horrified when I said this one is mine, but they get the rest of the box. My son used this jelly bath, and this is so cool. It turns the water into goo. So you get 2 sachets in here. The one is the one that makes the bath goo, and the other one is one that ungoos it. So they get in the bath, and you pop the sachet in. and then you swirl it all around, and eventually it makes this like slimy, gooey, sludgy stuff. And then he was in a bath of sludge. He absolutely loved it. And then when you finished, you put in another sachet of stuff, and you spread it all around, and eventually the water becomes just green, clear water, liquid. So this was fantastic. My daughter's got a pink glitter one. So we're going to do that probably maybe later today or over this weekend. So that's going to be really, really nice. And then they also did Crackle bath colors. And this was also so much fun. So there's 3 sachets in a box, and each one is a different color. And when you pour it in, it crackles and pops, and the color spreads. And then you put the different ones in, and all the colors swirl around. You can check out the Instagram stories for all of these on my Instagram. And I'll just put that up for you quickly if you want to have a look. My Instagram, where the stories are shared, is @LynnHaySalmon. So it's in what's it called? A story highlights for Wimpy Kids. And I think we're also going to make some slime. So this is blue glittery slime. And this one is pink glittery slime. And what else do I have? Oh, Galaxy Slime Play. And it's crackling. Create a popping, color-changing, multi-sensory experiment. So when we do these over the weekend, I'll be sharing some stories for that as well. Cool. And if you want to get hold of Wimpy Kids and buy something, and I think this will make a fantastic addition for Christmas stockings and Christmas gifts this year. I'm really, really enjoying that. So that is fantastic. Of Wimpy Kids. So now I want to share my screen. What do I want to share with? The next giveaway we are going to do is a 250 Rand coupon for a kid. So how's everybody been sleeping lately with their kids? I know that there's a post that goes up every morning at 1 a.m. on my Facebook page, but that is actually an automated thing. And I get a lot of people asking me, how do you get up every night and be awake every night to post that? But it's scheduled. It's completely automated. And I actually suffer very badly from insomnia, but I'm on medication for my bipolar, which helps me sleep. So I usually have a really, really good night's sleep. But I didn't always. Let me just share my screen. Chrome tab. So this Sleepy Sprinkles from For a Kid. I never used that for my kids, but I used amber teething necklaces to help my daughter with her teething and stuff. But a friend of mine had a problem with her daughter sleeping, and she used the Sleepy Sprinkles for her babies from For a Kid, and she said it was absolutely fantastic. So if anybody's used this before, give us your feedback in the comments. I'm just going to stop sharing that. So my daughter, she didn't sleep hardly at all from the time she was born until she was 3 years old. She slept through the night for the first time when she was 3 years old and 4 months. And up until that, she only slept maximum 2 hours day or night. So I was a complete wreck. So while I'm sleeping normally like 8 hours at least every single night now, I have had enough experience with not sleeping for a long period of time. So how are you guys sleeping? How much sleep are you getting at the moment? Tell me in the comments. Are you struggling? Are you up every night on my Facebook page saying that you are awake? Benice, she loves that I'm able to share my insomnia and bipolar. Society generally won't admit that mental health affects us all. And she also suffers from insomnia and very bad anxiety. Yeah, I like speaking about my mental health stuff. And I don't have any shortage of experience there. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I've got bipolar disorder. I have insomnia. I have not really had anxiety pre-pandemic, but when the first lockdown happened, I struggled a lot. I had some panic attacks, and it was quite scary, and it was hard, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people that even didn't have any mental health difficulties before the pandemic are struggling now. Sekho Fatso sleeps about 4 hours every night, but she's gotten used to it. You know what the weird thing is? Like, my husband and I went through quite a long period of time where we would take turns. Like, he would take a week, being the night getter-upper, and then I would take a week, and then we'd swap. And what I found is the first night that I had, like, I would get a full night's sleep, I would feel like I was hungover, like a bus had hit me. So I don't know if anybody else experienced that. Jacqueline Minis loves the sleepy sprinkles. Awesome. And Bongeko, 3-month daughter's teething. Teething for me was like the absolute pits. My daughter struggled a lot in the beginning until we got the amber teething necklace, and then it got quite a bit easier. Teko Fatso, her son is a terrible sleeper. Wakes up four times a night. Sure. No, I can totally relate. I mean, yeah, my husband and I were wondering, like, at some stage, if my daughter was kind of tuned into when we were actually falling asleep, because I would find that I would get up, I would deal with my daughter, I would go lie down, and then I would struggle to fall asleep. But at that moment where my eyelids are drifting and I can feel this, like, I'm finally drifting off to sleep, and then you hear that wah, wah, wah. And for me, it's like, if she had waited until I was properly asleep or done it just before I started drifting off like that. But when she hits me at that moment, like constantly, all night, every night, it was so painful. It really was absolutely terrible. Alzan, her daughter doesn't sleep through. She's 1. Well, on the bright side, I mean, I suppose every kid is different, but my 2 children mostly sleep through the whole night, every night. Okay, they are nearly 8 and 10 years old, but they've been sleeping through for quite a long time, which is really, really, really good. You were awake. Oh. There's often quite nice discussions and nice support going on with, when people are talking about struggling with their baby, with temperatures and that sort of thing. Joel, 0 hours. Taryn, she's got a 2-year-old and 8-month-old. Yeah, and that was the worst. Is my daughter and son, they're 2 years apart, 2 years, 2 months, and my son is a fantastic sleeper. He was from birth, but then, I mean, he just, yeah, it was amazing. I mean, they come like that. They just sleep. Some of them just sleep. But then my daughter would wake up all night and then wake him up as well. And then you've got the 2 going. It's absolutely terrible. And Taryn says, and dad just sleeps. Now that for me, that's the other, like, when you're up and down all night with these kids crying, and then you get back into bed and you hear your husband snoring, and you're like, how do they just sleep through all of this? They just sleep right through. La Rochelle, mother of 4, 6, 5, 4, and 2. Oh my word. I can't even imagine. Okay, so my problems are small. Desiree, her son's 4 years on earth. He's finally starting to sleep through. And there's some nights that you struggle, but it's a lot better. Fantastic that he's starting to sleep. My daughter also, from about 4 years old, from 3 years, 4 months, she slept through for the first time, but then it wasn't every night she slept through. It was like a up and down for a long period of time. Nicole, always awake at 1 o'clock, working. Yeah. Yeah. The thing with breastfeeding babies, my son he was hectic, because I would have to sleep with my boob in his mouth. And even though he's not sucking, he had to have my nipple in his mouth. And if I move away, then he wakes up and goes, whack. But as long as I kept the nipple in his mouth, he was absolutely okay. Sure, so many comments. Janet gets 6 hours sleep every night with a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. Well, if it's 6 hours in a go, that's quite nice, but I doubt it's like that. And Bongeka's been awake since 4 a.m. with teething. Sure. Okay, let me find a winner. Janome, I love that. She sometimes makes a noise so that her husband can wake up and help her. I will admit to, nobody must tell him. If you know my husband, don't tell him I've done this. But there's been times that I've kicked him because I get so angry and resentful that I'm the one hearing the wah, 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 and the snoring in one ear and the crying in another. And I've kicked him. I've totally, absolutely kicked him. I admit it. So, yeah. And Thawa, she's got the same, both girls, 9 and 11, 2 years apart. You know, have two, they said, then they'll play. And they do. They play beautifully when they're not trying to kill each other. There's no kind of, they're either really, really getting on well, or they are at each other's throats and trying to kill each other. So, yeah, I'm totally with you. Cool. Kayla, she tried the noisemaker and she actually slapped him a few times and played dumb. No, but you know what? We got to survive. We have to do what we have to do, you know? Chantal also did it. Oh, my word. Okay, ladies, how many of you have kicked or whacked your husband in the middle of the night because he's snoring while the babies are awake? I think we're probably all guilty, but now I'm feeling a bit better now. I thought I was such a nasty person for kicking my husband. Awesome. Simone, I'm going to give you the no, I've done the happy event. The 250 Rand for a kid voucher, Simone Vessels. So please pop me an inbox on my Facebook page and I'll get back to you soon. Cool. So I want to show you guys some cool stuff that I got from Hasbro. Cool. Let me have a look. So the first thing is, who likes My Little Pony? The new generation, My Little Pony, is out, and you can watch the movie as well. I'm sure some of you have. I haven't yet watched it. So I got this nice little bag that my daughter's booked. She wants the bag. And I got this little My Little Pony new generation, and she is Sunny Star Scout. So that's really, really cool. And I also received this, and it's full of all these cool little activities for little girls, for kids. So you've got the coloring in pages. Very cute. And I don't know about you ladies, but when I was a kid, I got, and then Sunny Scout. I used to love My Little Pony as a kid. So like when I received this, it just brought back all those happy memories and excitement of getting a My Little Pony. Design your own unicorn horn. Yeah, so this is really, really cute. It will make a fantastic Christmas present for a little girl. And if you want to, you can go, let me just get the link. I'll just pop the link to the press release that I published. On My Little Pony. I'm going to do another post soon on gift ideas from Hasbro. But I haven't had a moment to do that yet. So here we've got the Power Ranger. I'm not actually that familiar with Power Ranger. My son loves it, but I don't know. This is Blue Ranger. So that is really awesome. My son loves his action figures. He likes to line them all up in the bath, and then he has a wall. I'm not quite sure what he does in there, but there's always a lot of water and toys all over the place. And then we've got Monopoly Bid. So we're going to be playing some nice games over Christmas holidays. And I got a nice little baggie with it. And a Hasbro Date Gifts bag. So that's really cool. The press release for gift ideas will be up a bit later. But maybe if you ladies want to share some cool gift ideas that you are getting for your kids this year. For us, we are keeping it really small this year. It's going to be a small Christmas. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same. And one of the things that I want to focus on is books. I'm a big time book lover. My daughter has just found David Walliams' books. I can't remember what they're all called. She's downstairs now watching something on Netflix. So I can't ask her, but I think there was something Gangster Granny. And she said they're very, very funny. And my son has become obsessed lately with Asterix. We went to the library the other day and there was a male librarian. And when he saw my son come in, he said, "Oh, I've got to help you choose your books." And I thought, yeah, good luck. My son loves going to the library. He loves choosing books, but he usually goes for kind of informational books on animals and that kind of thing. With reading, he wasn't that interested. And this librarian took him to the section with Asterix. And he said, and he chose 4 books for my son. And he's like, "These are the books you need." And after that, we went to the shop. And when I arrived at the shop and I'm like, "Come, let's go." He's sitting with his nose in this book. And I'm by the window and he goes like this. As in, hang on, I'm reading. So he's completely hooked. He plowed through his Asterix books. And then he's asking to go back to the library, which, that makes me happy. And I suppose comments aren't exactly reading, but it's a good start. And he's very, very happy with that. So that's probably going to be on our Christmas list. I still have to start Christmas shopping. And then for stocking fillers, I like to do Play-Doh, bubbles, chocolate coins. Those nice, that bag of chocolate coins. I love those. Sunglasses, that sort of thing. So let's just see. What is everybody getting? You're going to get a play gym for your baby, reading books for your toddler, and some car set with track. Oh, Jill, did you see my review on the Smobie Flex Stream? Oh, it is fantastic. Because the tracks can go all up and down and all around the room, and the car can actually go upside down. They've got loops. It is really, really fantastic. Alzan doesn't think she's having Christmas this year. It was tough with her father-in-law and husband in hospital and all the bills. I can totally. We haven't had hospital bills or anything like that, but it's been a really tough year. Oh, wait. We've got Lynn Van Rensberg. Her son started to love reading, and he loves Diary of a Wimpy Kid. My daughter, I've been trying to get her on Diary of a Wimpy Kid because I believe they really are fantastic. So that's perhaps something we're going to put in the Christmas gift list this year. Priya, her 7-year-old, loves reading since the age of 2. He loves books a lot. That is fantastic. I really think that reading is a fantastic thing for kids. Kayla's getting a walking ring and some reading books for her girl. Oh, Bernice, her boy is a gamer. Oh, my word, my son as well. And the body butter hamper will cover for all the playing jobs they engage in their long hours of playing. Yeah, definitely. Chantel, she doesn't know what she's getting her son. He'll probably get his gift after Christmas. Candace, you think you're getting your boy a bicycle and some wooden puzzles, and definitely that Cadbury hamper added to his gifts. Awesome. My kids got a bicycle. They each got a bicycle a few years back. And they both outgrown their bicycles. But I'm looking at the price of the nice quality bicycles right now. And because my kids have grown so much, they've leapt into the category of it's 3,000 Rand a bike. And I'm like, okay, I don't really have that available right now, so maybe next year sometime. Janome's getting educational books and toys for her kids. And Desiree's books, more books, and chocolate. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that, hey? Bongeka bought the educational tablet from Snatcher, maths, English, and magic sketch pad. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a lovely idea and such a good price as well. And Nicole got the jolly jumper. Is that jumping? Yeah, they call it a jumper. My daughter loved that. She went absolutely wild. Oh, really? BMX bicycles at game. I'm sorry, I'm going to make a note. Thank you very much. You just saved my bacon. At game. I'm going to go have a look this weekend. Definitely. Thank you very much. I can't remember what brand we got them last time, and we were thinking of getting the same brand again. But yeah, we don't have, because I've got 2 kids. I don't have 6,000 Rand just to bicycles. Definitely not. That's a lot more affordable. Thank you very much. Cool. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, I've just about hit everything. Okay. Jacqueline, her grandson is on the 23rd of December. Sure, yeah. My son is on the 20th of December, so I can totally relate. And then my father-in-law is on the 22nd of December. So we've got those 2 birthdays. So yeah, we've got to get for my son for birthday and for Christmas, and my father-in-law times 2 as well. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. Avalanche box, or do you mean bike? I think Avalanche was the one we previously got. Candace, your partner only wants BMX for your boy. I mean, I had a BMX. You know, when we were kids, it was like the BMX is the only way that you can go. Alzan. You know, Alzan, I think what's really important is that you do something special. And I don't think the date actually matters. What we do in our family, one sister's in the UK, one is in Cape Town, my parents on Swellendam, I'm in Saldanha, and it's not easy to get together on special occasions or, you know, birthdays, Christmas, all of that. But often what we do is we just pick a day that's a lot more convenient for everybody that we can all make, and we make that day Christmas. As long as you do it. I mean, we do the whole tooth, the tree, the whole dinner, everything. Priya, toys are really expensive, and both his sons want cars, guns, or bicycles. Yeah, our toys, things are really pricey at the moment. And Vidal saying everybody loves the BMX. I totally agree. Awesome. Saved my bacon. Well, you did. I was battling because I really wanted to get them bikes. In fact, my mom said she'll get them bikes for Christmas. But, you know, I can't in all good conscience give my mom, like, this is the bike, you know, $3,000 a pop. Not on. So, yeah. Awesome. I'm glad you like our idea. We never do anything on the real day. We just pick our own day and do it on that day. And you know what? Nobody's probably going to be out anyway. So your kids probably won't be talking to anybody. They might not know which day is really Christmas. You can fool them. Awesome. Okay. So the next giveaway, let me get my banners, is I'm giving away a Luna and Jelly Express kit. And I'll show you where their page is. Let me just get their page. I'll just pop that in the comments here. Yeah, there we go. So Luna and Jelly, they are a practical period preparation company. So my daughter's 10 years old. She just turned 10 recently, and I've spoken about this a number of times. My daughter, I mean, some of the kids are getting their periods before 10 years old, and I don't want my kid to start a period, not know what it is, not be 100% prepared for it. So I received a primrose. I can actually get do I have that thing here? Let me just get the link. I received a Luna Primrose period kit from Luna and Jelly, and it is absolutely stunning. So what comes, oopsie, just trying to get my stuff here. I'm getting all into a twizzy. I'm just going to pop my review into here so you can go and have a look. So the kit that I received, it included, oh, now I've got to try and remember what it included. So it came in a nice tote bag, and then it had a little small bag, to put your pads and stuff in for the school bag. And it had pads, panty liners. It had a lovely little bean bag, that you can heat in the microwave. It had some sweeties, some hot chocolates, some marshmallows, and then 2 instructional booklets, one for mommy, one for the daughter. And it's addressed to my daughter from me. And it's all about, what can she expect? What happens if she leaks? What about period pain? What are the different period products you can use? Or like everything she needs to know about having periods. And it was really, she loved it. So the Luna and Jelly Express kit is a smaller kit. It's got in the period pads, it's got the panty liners, it's got a hot chocolate and a marshmallow and the instructional booklets, and I think a pack of sweeties. So yeah, please take note that this is to collect in Durbanville. So let me know if you are in Cape Town and if you're interested in this, and then I will choose a winner soon. I just wanted to share with you guys why I've had such a really, really bad week. So on Sunday night, I was doing a VAT return for my dad, and I had a pile of paper in my hand, and I'm busy sorting it into months. And as I put the last piece of paper on the bed, my back went. It just completely, I actually screamed. And my husband's like, must I call an ambulance? And I did. I've been slightly because I was putting it on the bed, but it wasn't like, you would think that your back would get put out by, when a kid jumps on you or you're picking something heavy and you twist your body or something like that. And it was so hectic. And I can't sit for long. I can't stand for long. I can't lie for long or my body starts aching. But if I move, it also hurts. So I'm kind of like stuck in this, it's actually like terrible. So Alzam, you want to know how's my back feeling? You wanted to ask me because you read my story on Facebook. Yeah, so I'm so miffed, like a piece of paper took me down, a piece of paper. You would think that it might be like a sex injury or something exciting, but no, one piece of paper. So my back is feeling a lot better, but not good. So what happened is I went to Body Stress Release. There's a lady in Faltriff that does body stress release. And so what she does is, I think it works with pressure points and the stress that's in the body and all of that. It's not massage, it's not acupuncture. So she just pushes in certain places. And then she does this thing where I think she puts stickers on the back of your feet. So you lie face down on this, it's like almost like a massage bed where you got the hole for your face. And she puts stickers on the back of my feet. And then she kind of tweaks the feet. I think it's to see how the alignment is. And she works wonders. I don't know if anybody's had pelvic pain with pregnancy. With my first daughter, well, first baby, my daughter, I started pelvic pain really badly from about 6 months onwards. And I started getting sciatica, which is where this problem that I have now originates from. And so I struggled with my first pregnancy. I mean, I felt like when I stood up and I took one step, I felt like my cook was going to break open and this baby was just going to fall on the floor. It was, I know that's maybe a bit graphic, but it was so painful that I was crying when I was walking. And every doctor I spoke to and everyone I spoke to said, there's nothing you can do for pelvic pain. And then when I was pregnant with my son, I had a much easier pregnancy with my son. So at about 7 months, I started feeling this pelvic pain and I just thought, oh no, here we go again. Like, I don't think I can make it. And I had a little shoppy in Langebaan because my business was an online store, and then I opened a physical store for a while. And two doors down was a company called Body Stress Release. And the guy Ron, Nora does the body stress release. She actually does the sessions, and then her husband Ron runs, the bookings and everything. Candace, you said you couldn't explain it any better. In fact, you know what happened with my daughter when I was pregnant? I was so big and fat, and like even my ears were fat. I put on 40 kilos. I was just like, I was so unhappy. And I remember I went to Cape Town and I was walking down the road, and this this woman sitting on the side of the road, as I walked past, she goes, "Ooh, you're out of my boots." That exactly, that sums it up. And I know that's rough. It was so funny. Anyway, so back to the body stress release. This guy Ron would walk up and down, very social guy, and he asked me how's it going, and I said, no, I've got this problem and I'm so miserable because it's going to be so sore and I've got 2-3 months to go, and I'm like, and he said, come see my wife, she'll fix it. And I'm like, dude, how is she going to fix it? And I did not believe it. And I booked an appointment and I went through there, and during the appointment I was actually thinking, how is this going to work? It's not going to work. And then the next day I went in, I was at my shop and I was climbing on the table and I'm putting boxes up, and I suddenly thought, I have no pain. I have absolutely, my sciatic is gone, my back pain's gone, my pelvic pain is gone, and it was gone for the entire pregnancy. It was absolutely mind-blowing. So yes, if you are struggling with pelvic pain during pregnancy or sciatica or back pain, I really recommend that you see this lady. So she's now moved out of Langebaan. She's in Veldrift, which is a little bit of a drive, but she's just around the corner from my father-in-law. So I have babysitting services right there for when I need to go for my session. So it's not all hectic. And I could only get in. So I hurt my back on the Sunday, and I could only get in to see her on Wednesday afternoon, which was really rough. So I had to kind of hobble along until then. And the thing is, the worst pain is, like, if I've been sitting or lying down and I now stand up, it's okay as I put my feet on the ground. It's okay as I start lifting myself. But that last little section, just to straighten that last bit of my back, it's like, oh. So I had a session with her and I'm feeling a lot better. But when I was there, she said to me, Lynn, you've really, really done a job and a half on yourself this time. I can tell you right now, you're going to have to come back next week just to kind of finishing it up. So yeah, I am almost better. I'm on the mend, but I'm not fixed. So I've also been watching these videos. My mom also started getting sciatica when she was pregnant for the first time, and she struggles with her back. And she told me there's these guys called Brad and Bob on YouTube that specialize in back stuff. And she said they've got some great exercises I can do. And I've started doing those exercises, and that's all helping. So yeah, between that and that. Oh, and here's something else interesting that about body stress release. And it's also, this is going to be seriously TMI stuff, so just bear with me here. When my son was born, I wanted to get the hell out of the hospital, as we all do. And he was born via C-section. And the nurse asked me, did you have a poop? And I've heard if you don't poop, that they don't want to let you go. And I wanted to go home, and there was no ways I could poop. I mean, how many of you pooped straight after having a C-section? Like, still in the hospital? Did you manage to poop? Or did you not poop? And did you tell the doctor you did poop so you could go home? I don't know. Anyway, I just said I pooped because I was scared they'd keep me there longer. And it was 20th of December. So, I was let out on the 22nd. Or the 23rd, and Sakani didn't poop. No, of course not. So anyway, then I didn't poop for, I think it was 7, 8, 9 days. It was hectic. I was like a mess. And then I pooped. And I did not stop pooping I was just pooping all day, every day for about 2-3 weeks. Candace, yeah, only pooped 2 weeks after your C-section. Exactly. Then I couldn't stop pooping. And my son was born on the 20th of December. I went to my parents' farm just after birth, and I was there for Christmas and a while after Christmas. And I think I came back in January, and I only started pooping just before I left my parents' place. And then when I got back here, I was just pooping and pooping. I mean, it was like permanent diarrhea. And I went back to work at my little shop. Now it's a small little shoppy, and the toilet is like in the shop, right into the shop. And I mean, I'm pooing all the time, and somebody walks in, you're like, excuse me. It was like so bad. So Ron came around. He says, how are you doing? And I'm like, I've got this problem. It's so embarrassing. It's so bad. And I don't know what to do. And I'd even see my GP. And my GP was like, there's nothing you can do. You just got to poop and try taking, a bit of meds to start, for diarrhea, which I did. Nothing helped. There's a medical term for it. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. And he said, there's nothing you can do. And Ron came over, and I told him, I've got this like serious, horrible problem. And he said, come see Nora right now. And I'm like, how's she going to stop me crapping like this? I mean, seriously. I went there. I had one session. Usually you lie on your tummy and she works on your back. And she did do that. But then she turned me over and she did some weird pushing thing on my tummy. It hurt like hell. And I had one poop after that, back to normal. So it was incredible. So for me, it's like Nora fixes everything. So if you guys haven't tried body stress release, I'll just put up a little banner here so you can see it's body stress release. And the lady I see is Nora in Veldrift. Whoops, typo. Whoops, typo again. Add banner. I'm just going to pop that up. Nora, she's in Veldrift, body stress release. But there are practitioners everywhere. So I've seen other practitioners that weren't that great, but Nora is like the bomb. So she fixed me up, everything, poops, back, sciatica, everything. Yeah, that sounds cool. She fixed my pooping. Yeah. And Sekofatu says the C-section was great. She went to the bathroom the next day. How? How do you poop with all those stitches? How do you even, if you're pooping normally, how do you even push with those? I don't know. You are so brave and strong. I take my hat off to you. Well done. Candace, you felt like you needed to go to the loo, and every time she gets in, nothing happened. I mean, I needed to poo. I could feel it. I could feel the pressure building, but I couldn't poop it. Chantal Box wants to know, would you do dry wet cupping for your back? I don't know. I'm open to trying anything. It's been a rough week. Let me know. And Jill, she pooped close to your discharge date, and the soup helped a lot. Okay, ladies, I don't know. You guys are like absolute superheroes. If you poo still in the hospital after C-section, yeah, I take my hat off to you. You're stuck with back pain. You also lied because you wanted to go home. It's crazy, right? Alzan couldn't, so the doctor gave her meds. But I tried that. What did I try? I didn't try like Brooklax or anything really strong, but I think I tried like a stool softener or something, and nothing helped until the gates did open and didn't close for 3 weeks. Yeah, let's have a look. You'll definitely laugh the pain away. Okay. Chantal, always funny characters in Cape Town. Yeah, that lady on the side of the road, she caught me so by surprise when she said that, but it was hysterical. And my Afrikaans is not very good, but I caught that 100%. The way she said it, everything, it was hysterical. And Kayla, she hated to walk as her daughter's head was pushing down on her pelvis so badly. And you ask people if you're carrying twins. 4.9 at birth. My daughter was 4.25, I think, at birth. Also, very big baby. I didn't have anybody ask me if I was carrying twins, but about 2 weeks after birth, I had somebody ask when I'm giving birth. Oops. Yeah, I did put on a lot of weight. But yeah, that pelvic pain is something else. It was so extreme. And my husband thought that I was being a bit, exaggerating and being a bit of a moaner. But any mom that's had bad pelvic pain when pregnant will know exactly what it was like. It was so hectic. I didn't want to walk at all. It was horrific. So yeah, Carecia just joined. Hi. So I'm looking for a mom in Cape Town to win the. Oop, my banner's gone. There's my banner. Mom in Cape Town that would like to win the Luna and Jelly Express kit, and that is to collect in Durbanville. Bongeka, C-section was a nightmare. It took her 2 weeks to poop, and they gave her a tablet. It didn't help. Yeah, yeah, I know the feeling. Alzan got 2 sachets, purple and white. Yeah, I can't remember what I got. I know I got a suppository as well. I tried a few things to get pooping, and nothing worked. Chantal Box, you're in Cape Town. Do you want the Luna and Jelly Express kit? Awesome. I will organize that for you. Just remember, it's to collect in Durbanville. Please pop me an inbox message, and I will get you in contact with Luna and Jelly. Awesome. Congratulations. Ladies, are there any other topics you would like to cover today as well? If you want to have a discussion on anything, let me just see that I've covered all my stuff. I have. Awesome. You saw a lady, Nicole. You love the topic, pooping after C-sections. It's got to be spoken about. Nobody told me about pooping after giving birth. I heard about pooping while you're giving birth, and I was terrified of that. My midwife got so excited. She said to me, because I heard from somebody that you can't poo while giving natural birth. And then I asked my midwife about it. She goes, oh, yes, it's so exciting. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? She says, no, when you poop, we know the baby's like right there and about to come. And I'm like, oh, no. That's absolutely awful. Oh, my midwife is something else. Hi, morning, Melody. Hope you are well. That's Melody from Luna and Jelly, by the way. Candace, you love today's topic. Informative and helpful to soon to be moms. I'm glad. Yeah. Moms to be need to know this stuff, all about poop and pelvic pain and everything. Awesome. I'm glad. Fantastic. Scary reality. Yeah, it is. Morning, Megan, everybody. Great. I think that's it. I've covered everything that I need to go through. Oh, wait, one last thing. Deep heat. This has also been helping me so much. So Mentolatum is the company that supplies deep heat. They're the same people that supply the Happy Event. And I got a huge hamper a while back it included a whole stack of deep heat products. So I've been getting my husband to put this on my back and my legs, and it's actually my left butt cheek. So the sciatica is it's a pinched nerve. So the pain goes from my left butt cheek all the way down my leg to my foot. It's awful. So I've been getting my husband to put this on me like every evening after my bath. And I've been bathing in Epsom salts, which is really fantastic. And then the other cool thing, which I can't show you because I've used it now and I've chucked it out, is I got a couple of the deep heats. I can't remember what they're called. Those pads that you stick on you, not a pad for blood. It's like a deep heat pad. So you put it on the pain for your period. So you usually put it, on your abdomen sort of area for your period. And I stuck one on my butt cheek because that's where the sciatica starts. My left, kind of like just on my left butt cheek. So I've been using these period pads on my butt cheeks, and they are fantastic. It's been so cool. I'm not sure that's what they were intended for, but it's really been fantastic. So yeah, if you can pick up one of those. A deep heat. My husband's using it. He involved in an accident in June. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bangeka. I hope he's okay. But yeah, I absolutely love deep heat, and I'm so glad that, I mean, I've always had it on hand and I use it every now and then, but my deep heat products have been like hit this week. Absolutely hit. Deep heat pads really helps with the lower back stings. Yeah, it does. So, or like me for my butt cheek. Awesome. Fantastic, ladies. My daughter's at home and I don't know how long she's going to be kept occupied with the programs I downloaded on Netflix for her. So I'm going to run. I will catch up with you all next week. I believe Judy's going to be online next week. Elzan, always use deep heat in her martial arts classes. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love the stuff. And I really have been feeling it this week. The burn starts and then I can feel the relief coming. It's absolutely fantastic. Awesome. Ladies, I'll see you next week. I have had a quiet, slow week with my blogging because I have been in so much physical pain that I have spent most of my week lying on my side watching Netflix. But I'm starting to feel better now. So this weekend, I'm going to get those posts out. And yeah, I'll catch up with you next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Bye.